Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. This is Forrest out in St. Louis. I shouldn't say, is it happy Juneteenth? Celebrating Juneteenth, which is, I guess, now an official holiday, federal holiday, which is cool. One of the things I like about history is that every day, yesterday was history. So being able to look in the past and remember where we came from, and remember all the struggles that everyone has gone through to get where they're at. I don't think anybody on this planet has a beautiful past of coming from a great place, ending up in a great place. It's been a struggle for just about everybody. And of course, some races and nationalities even worse than others. So sad thing about it is humans have a tendency to take advantage of the humans. I remember, I can't remember the name of the tape, but the author, but the gentleman, he was an Amway guy. It was one of the old Amway cassettes I love listening to. It's called "Behold, a Dreamer Cometh," and it's the story of David and how David rose to being a king, and from getting thrown in a pit to all that kind of stuff, along with the fact that he told a story about Cambodia and the Khmer Rouge. And if you understand history, you understand that there's some mean, evil, crazy freaking people running around the planet. There will always continue to be. And in Cambodia, the Khmer Rouge went around and they were basically killing everybody that was either smart or could read or didn't. It was a weird deal, right? And the Russians, for some reason, had stepped in and cut off all their supply lines and basically starved them out. And it was a hot mess. Go do your history. That's just a summarization. But Doug Weed. It's Doug Weed. Behold, the Dreamer Cometh. Cool cassette. I think it's out on. I think if you Google it, it's even on. I think I'm gonna go listen to it again because it's a real cool story. Definitely worth listening to. And it's not a pitch on Amway. I'm not an Amway distributor. It's just it's the story of overcoming and how he talks about how people overcame stuff and the challenges that people overcome. It's a very, very inspirational training. Recommend doing that. So talking about when the dream is big enough, the why, the how-to, or when the why is big enough, when the dream is big enough, the how-to just really doesn't matter. And it's on the surface that sounds like very like motivation, and it's there isn't how-to. There is a how-to that you have to do when anything comes to play, right? It's faith without works is dead. You can have all the faith in the world. You can pray all day and all night long that God, please help me start my business. God, please help my business be a success. And God's sitting there looking at his watch going like, when are you going to get to work? Right? When are you going to start knocking on doors? When are you going to start reaching out? When are you going to start telling people you got a business, right? When are you going to sit down and write your business plan? When are you going to plan your week? When are you going to reach out? When are you going to make your first sale? When are you going to show up at a shop? When are you going to start door knocking, right? Faith without works is dead, right? The faith of a mustard seed is proven in the actions that we take, right? Right? The faith, it says the faith of a mustard seed, right? The second we contemplate something that we start to formulate it and visualize it in our head, we start to see that the next immediate step to cement our faith in what we just visualized is to take action. It's action. It's freaking action. We can talk about how we want to be a double, triple, blue, sapphire, diamond in our network marketing business, but what kind of action are we taking to get there, right? Are we reaching out to people? Are we asking people if they're open to take a look at our business opportunity? Are we sitting around playing video games? Are we sitting around watching Netflix reruns? Are we on Facebook arguing with somebody about liberals and Democrats and conservatives and Republicans and whatever, right? Are we really focused on the direction that we want to go to? Or do our feelings get hurt when somebody tells us, oh, that stupid thing's not going to work, so we run and hide, right? So what is it? How big is your freaking dream of changing and creating a legacy for the people around you and getting out of your rut, right? I am a total 100% believer that there's not a person on this planet, I don't care what color your skin is, I don't care what your gender personality choice is, if you choose to succeed and you put the action into work, you can. It doesn't matter where you come from. I know because I grew up in the projects on welfare, on food stamps, to a single handicapped mother, right, who had no food in our freaking refrigerator for the last 4 or 5 days of every month for years, right? I made a decision one day that I was sick and tired of freaking being hungry. And I think about this, and there's lots of kids out there like this, right? I made a decision to be sick and tired. Now, I could have went out and robbed a convenience store, right, and been another black kid casualty, right, to the system, or I made a better decision, right? I made a decision that I was going to I lived right across from in the projects where we lived. There was like a maintenance place across, and I saw these lawnmowers sitting in the back, and I walked just on the dime of me, didn't overthink it, just walked across the street and said, hey, can I have some of those lawnmowers? I want to see if I can fix one to mow some grass. And the guy was like, yeah, sure. And he was sitting there. So we started pulling out these lawnmowers, right? And some of them didn't have wheels. So we started literally, he helped me build a lawnmower because I got off my little skinny black butt and walked across the street and ask and you shall receive, right? Right? So I got off my butt and walked across the street and asked, and he sat down and I don't remember the guy's name. I'll remember he had a gray maintenance suit on, and I think he might have been a Latino. I don't remember. All I know is being immersed in taking this lawnmower apart and putting on a new ripcord and putting on new wheels and swapping out the deal and taking a gas tank off another one and putting it on, and then him putting some gas in there and showing me how to start that sucker, right? And I was like, I was in business now, right? And I thought about myself, and it's like, what do you think about it? I said, I got to get a rake, right? And there was a bunch of rakes back there that were broken. So we got a rake handle, we put a couple of rakes together, and I took my butt out, and immediately, I didn't wait till tomorrow. I didn't wait the next day. I pushed that lawnmower across the street, and I went right next door because our next door neighbor, there was like a little brick partition that separated. We had the same sidewalk, right? So I pulled up my lawnmower, sat it there, had my rake on my lawnmower, knocked on the door, and said, hey, can I cut your grass? I didn't even ask for money. And the neighbor's like, nah. So I pushed down the drive, went up the next drive, the next 2 houses, knocked on those doors. Hey, can I cut your grass? No. Went down the next sidewalk, walked up. Hey, can I cut your grass? Yeah, sure. How much is it? I don't know. And she said, I'll give you $10, cut the grass, but you got to rake it and bag it too. And I was like, dang, I need bags. So I said, I'll be right back. So I ran down to the house, and I grabbed my mom kept grocery bags from Safeway, like these paper bags, right? Paper grocery bags. So I grabbed a bunch of those, and I don't remember how I carried them, but I would cut the grass and I'd break them and I'd stuff them in these bags. And then when I get a bag too much, I would carry it around and I'd put them on my lawnmower and I'd push them down to the end of the sidewalk. They had these huge community dumpsters there, and I would throw a couple of bags in there, and I did this. And I started doing this, and I would get $10 and $5 and $10 and $5 and $10 and $5. And next thing you know, over a weekend, now here's what's funny, is we didn't have any place we didn't have garages when you live in the projects, right? We had a house, there's 2 bedrooms, me, my mom, and my sister in 2 bedrooms. We had a living room and a kitchen, right? And that was it, and like a little bitty pantry area. So I had to figure out how to get my lawnmower, my newfound lawnmower, into the back of the house, in the little pantry area with my rake and stuff. And then I started collecting bags so that I could put the lawn clippings into them. And I made more money in the weekend that I decided to do that than my mom got in welfare money the whole month. And I was off and running. From there on, I knew that my own freaking hustle could do anything I wanted to. And I wasn't looking back. I was not looking back. My thought process was when it started snowing, I'm like, okay, how am I going to make money? So guess what? I freaking scrounged up a snow shovel, and guess where I went? Hey, can I shovel your snow? Can I shovel your sidewalk? Hey, can I shovel your sidewalk? Hey, can I shovel your sidewalk? Guess what? The same people that let me cut the grass paid me to shovel the snow on the sidewalk. And I got money in the wintertime. And I was never hungry again because guess what? I took my little skinny butt, walked up the Safeway because we didn't have a car at the time. So me and my sister would walk to the grocery store. My mom couldn't get around very well. She was handicapped in a wheelchair and didn't get around very well. So we'd walk to the grocery store and we'd buy groceries and carry them home. And I was never hungry again after that day. So it wasn't the dream. I was tired of being hungry. the facts didn't count. I made a decision. I took immediate action to fix my situation, right? I took immediate action. I never looked back. I have today, and I truly believe that my superpower is that I can fix anything. Now, do I want to fix somebody's brakes on their car? No. But if I was really stranded on a desert island and I had to fix the brakes to eat, trust me, I would figure it out, right? And it's not to boast that I'm super smart or have a big ego. It's just I truly believe that this skinny black kid who grew up in the projects on welfare and food stamps, don't have a college education, right? I did go to college for a little while, but I don't have a college degree. I figure crap out and make it work, right? And I truly believe that anyone on the planet can do the same thing. There's too many examples of success of people that look like me to give an excuse of why somebody else, the theys out in the world, are holding me down or stopping me from going somewhere. I will not let anybody stop me from moving forward. I will not be stopped in my mission to have 300, 100,000 six-figure income earners on my team. I won't stop in that mission. I will not stop in the mission until I have 10,000 reps on my team. On the seven-figure run that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen here, that's my mission. And I know when I do that, right? I know when I do that, I'm going to impact a lot of people's lives. Maybe some little skinny black kid who needs a push, who needs a boost, who needs somebody to help them fix that lawnmower antidote, right? Somebody to fix their lawnmower, to give them a push so they can go out and make that move and do what's necessary, right? So I challenge you right now, if you're sitting on your butt and you're not doing anything and you're complaining about your situation is not where you want it to be, faith without works is dead. Get off your butt, go to work, get out of your ego, get out of your head, get out of your hurt feelings, and go to work. It's going to work. It's going to pay off. You're going to crush your dreams. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what nationality you are. I don't care what gender you are. It really doesn't matter. If you make a decision right now at this moment, don't pass go, don't collect $200, get up and go to work. Don't worry about all the facts. Don't worry about the perfect script. Reach out to somebody and say, hey, I've got a business. Not sure if this is going to be a fit for you or not. You want to take a look at it to see if it is. If it is, I'll send you some information. If not, not a big deal, and move on. Next, until somebody freaking says yes. And when you come from a position of confidence and posture, you're going to kick butt, take names, make an impact, and you're going to run into some little skinny black kid out there that needs to hear your message to feed himself because he's freaking hungry at the end of every month. And that hunger may not be a literal hunger. It might be hungry for something else, maybe to pay off college debt, pay off a loan, bring the husband home from work, bring the wife home from work, or whatever it is. I strongly recommend you take some massive freaking action and quit worrying about what everybody else thinks. Quit letting people put labels on you and make you a victim. I challenge you right now to make 2021. We're on the downhill side of 2021. I challenge you right now to completely make your 21 different than any other year in the rest of your life. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing to do about it. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be an equity creator. I hope you are too. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.